I really should be wearing a mask doing this. Oh, where's my kids' masks? I don't know where they are. Really should be wearing a mask today doing this video. I might lose. This is Monday before Monday Night Football. And Corey Klugman, I might get beat by a 65 toss power trap. I'm going to be mortified. I mean, I made bad decisions. He made one bad decision too. Because I noticed, like at 10 a.m., he had both Redskin running backs as his running backs, Matt Jones and Alfred Morris. And then come kickoff, and I was looking at the scores after I saw Matt Jones tearing it up. I was like, oh, he took Matt Jones out. Oh, well, thank you. It's like, this is awesome, because I was hoping that Marshawn Lynch was not going to play, which, I mean, he didn't have a great game, but he still got him 14 points, which is fine. But he also played Kenny Britt and not Larry Fitzgerald, which blew me away. Even before the game, I was like, why would you not play Larry Fitzgerald and not Kenny Britt? Or what? I mean, why would you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I have a wide receiver problem. I have too many good wide receivers, and, well, the two I started, both of them didn't show up. And the two that I benched, Michael Floyd got 30 points, and I don't know, did one of my other ones do anything? No, Michael Floyd got 30. And but then the other one was, the defense. I almost played the Chiefs defense and not the Bronco defense. Almost. I wish I did now, because I would probably win without blinking an eye. But right now I'm down by 40 points. I'm down by 40 points with Andy Dalton and Tyler Eifert. Oh, and Steve probably had a busy week last week because he left Nick Folk in his lineup and didn't pick up a different kicker. Nick Folk is out for a little while. I don't know if you knew that. So anyway, I'm down by 40 points, 0.15 technically, with Dalton and Eifert to go. I mean, hopefully I can get 30 to 35 points from Dalton and hopefully 10 points to 15 points from Eifert, and I'll win. But I'm not counting on that because Houston can show up for some reason and screw me. And it would be my own dumb fault. I just can't believe I might lose to 65 toss power trap. I'm sorry. It just blows me away. Factory of Sadness sneaks up and beats stupid Jordy Nelson. Finally, he loses. He still has A.J. Green to go, and he's got a 2-point lead. So thank you for beating him. I mean, not that you guys are in my division, but Mark has been winning a lot of games with such a crazy lineup. Like, Jeremy Langford is his only saving grace. He got him 42 points. And here's what's even worse. Ben Roethlisberger screwed him. Because he probably would beat you if Roethlisberger was his quarterback. But, he was supposed to not play. He would have got 30 more points, which would have gave him 124. And you would need, what is that, 124, you'd need about 28 points from A.J. Green to win the game. So, wow. Wow. I personally think the Steelers planned this. I think they said, you know what, we're going to have Cleveland game plan for Landry Jones. And then I want Landry Jones to get hurt right away. Like, go get hurt as soon as you can. Like, fake it. And then we're bringing Roethlisberger, and they don't have any plan for us, and we're going to beat them. Because, seriously, that's pretty much what happened. They shredded the Browns. Next up, Out of Order got punked by 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Can't believe it. Out of Order, I thought you had a chance, but you don't. Dragon Balls is going to clobber Arkham Fugitives. Fugitives, did you have a lot of bye week players? You got Forte, who was hurt, Danny Woodhead on a bye, Julio Jones on a bye. So yeah, you had some key players on buys. Okay, because I was like, wow, you just got what's your record now? Your record's gonna be 6-5. I mean, your team doesn't look. Your team started out like obviously on fire. I mean, are you turning into the Broncos? By the way, I'm gonna go on a rabbit trail here. I'm calling it now. If Peyton Manning doesn't get healthy anytime soon, I think the Broncos will win one, but no more than two more games the rest of the year, and they will finish 8-8 at the most. At the most. I'm calling it now. Okay? And I think the Chiefs could finish 9-7 possibly. I was originally a 10-6 guy, but but they should have beat the Bears, and the Bears game screwed me. So now I think they'll be 9-7. I just love the fact that I think the Broncos are going to tank hardcore. I mean, like just gone. I don't think they're going to recover from this at all. All right, back to my thing here. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Dragon Balls is going to clobber Fugitives. He still has DeAndre Hopkins and Brian Hoyer to go. You got to figure that's at least 30 to 40 points, if not more. So good game there, buddy. Good pickup with Hoyer. I think that'll be a good pickup with Hoyer because you had Matt Ryan on a bye, Jeremy Hill. Really? You're not playing Jeremy Hill this week? I mean, I don't know what he's going to do, but he's playing a team that gives up a lot of rushing points. Like a lot of rushing points. Like Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard both could have 30 points each. I'm just saying. Who could you have benched? You could have benched. You could have bet. Wow, I didn't realize you had that many running backs. Okay, you're right. I would have benched Giovanni or Jeremy Hill. So good call there. Man, you got D'Angelo Williams, Sharkandrick West, and T.J. Yeldon. So good job. You got yourself you got maybe a possibly good team to go to the playoffs with there. Brandon Cooks, that guy you got from a trade that everyone was just like crying about. Well, Brandon Cooks tearing it up, wasn't he? Fester got pummeled by Old Influence. Pummeled! 190 to 125. I mean, can't do much when Antonio Brown lights it up. Lamar Miller, I have to say, give props to him because going way back on draft day, I didn't want to draft Lamar Miller. I mean, he's in the snake draft. He's like a third-round draft pick. I didn't want to touch him. I thought Lamar Miller was going to suck, but he's been averaging about 18 to 25 points quite often in the last 3-4 weeks. And Doug Martin, I kind of wanted Doug Martin, but I thought I could get him a lot later, but I couldn't. And I didn't know how much. And I don't remember how much did Doug Martin go for in the auction draft. I don't even remember, but I don't know. So good picks by Old Influence on Doug Martin and Lamar Miller. And obviously Antonio Brown. It's pretty stellar. And I've been a Jordan Reed fan if he's healthy. Oops. I already went over my game. Okay. You're about to get whipped by Adrian Peterson is about to lose by Rammer Jammer. Okay, I got to go over this. So, because I stopped watching that game last night. Who did you have? Was it the Arizona defense? Is that what did it? Yep. The Arizona defense got 8 points. Which, let's see, was there an end of the game interception or anything? No, I don't think so. I don't think there was. Anyway, it pulled Rammer Jammer less than a point lead. It was a .5. Rammer Jammer beats you're about to get whipped by Adrian Peterson by .5. Wow. Nice win, Rammer Jammer rookie. God, both rookies. Rammer Jammer is going to be 8-3. Nice, Phil. Good job. 65 Tops Power Trap. Hopefully we'll be 5-6, but there's a decent chance he will be 6-5. I don't want to lose because my division is. I mean, this. Look at this. You take out out of order, and everyone still has a pretty good chance of making the playoffs. Sorry, out of order, Tom. I'm sorry. Maybe you should go back to TD Racing or something. You know. Yeah, man. So anyway, yeah. Everyone is still in the playoff hunt. My division, everyone's still in the division winning hunt because it's that tight. It is literally that tight. There's only 2 weeks left? There will be 2 weeks left after this. And even Dragon Ball's team, who's really lighting it up. I really don't, no offense, Craig, but I really hope you choke one more week because your team looks pretty scary if you get in the playoffs, and I do not want to have to mess with you. So I hope you lose one more game. If you lose one more game, I can be pretty confident that you will not make the playoffs. But I need you to lose one more game. So anyway, and I'm not saying I'm making the playoffs. I only got 6 wins. I could choke out of the playoffs still too. Wow, can you believe that? I'm in first place most of the year, and there's 2 weeks left, and I could still easily get knocked out of the playoffs. Unreal. So the pick'ems, Adam Gilkison, you're about to get with Adrian Peterson, had an amazing pick'em week. Got 10 right. And 10 right, you know, on this week, there was a lot of tough games to pick. I mean, look, who would have picked, let's see here, who would have picked the Dolphins to beat Philly? Only 2 people did. He was one of them. Who would have picked Detroit to beat Green Bay? How did you do that one? I don't know. In Green Bay. Well, Adam, you picked Detroit. I don't know if you were like high on paint fumes or what, but you did. And you got it right. Who would have picked Chicago to beat St. Louis? Only 3 of you did. In St. Louis. Good job. Jacksonville to beat Baltimore in Baltimore. You did, and 2 others. Good job. Minnesota to beat Oakland in Oakland. The way that Oakland's offense has been playing. You're the only one to do that. Unreal. Oh, and then the Chiefs. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you actually picked the Chiefs to beat the Broncos. So it was actually an even split pretty much. Nice picks, though, Adam. You got a 2-point lead. Steve, Mr. Power, 65 Tops Power Trap, is 2 points behind. He also had a fairly good week on this tough week of pick'ems. And so did Craig. But Craig is 5 points behind Adam. And so is Josh, Mr. 2 Claps and Ric Flair. Adam, if you keep it up, you're just pulling away. And you might win 2 pick'em leagues. Good job. All right, I think I'm done. I think that's everything. 2 weeks left. Don't forget, trade deadline is this Saturday, 11:45 p.m. And then also Monday night at 8. If you, for the rest of the year, you drop a player, they're locked for the rest of the year. No one can pick them up. Wednesday, starting next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, starting next Wednesday, players that are added from free agency, you must start at least that week you pick them up. They must be in your starting roster when you pick them up. All right? That's all I got for you. Have a good week, fellas.